Good morning, everyone. Happy Easter and 420 to those who partake. Hope you are having a great Sunday morning so far. I myself just had a catastrophe happen 5 minutes before I needed to start the broadcast. I spilt my coffee all over myself and my couch. And that was no good because I had to go throw my clothes in the washer because I got coffee all over me. Had to find a towel for the couch, try to get it off the couch. Had to put some clothes on so I'm not naked. So I've been running around for the last 5 minutes pretty wild. So I hope your Sunday morning is going better than mine is so far. I got about 8:30. I got here, got set up, and started doing a little more cleaning and sorting of knives and trying to figure out what I'm going to do about video guests once Skype goes away at the end of this month. I think I've got that figured out, but I'm going to need somebody to help me test. So hopefully somebody today will feel like hopping on, giving me a test-a-roo. I thought I was going to receive about 6 or 7 knives yesterday. I only got 5, and I got a package of knives that I let somebody check out and get their hands on that I got back also. So those were my knives already, so that doesn't count. And the Bridgeport 495 was still in Nashville, so I won't get in until tomorrow. But I did receive some knives yesterday, 2 of which are my very first Devos, and the expensive nice Devo was really about to ruin my first impression experience of Devo because of a couple of things with it. So luckily I got those things fixed and it didn't ruin my first impression of Devo. I'll go over that in just a second though, but the 2 Devo knives I got are one of which I carried last night, so I don't know how I'm going to show you that. I guess I'll tell you that I carried it and then do kind of a half unboxing of it. Let's see, it's just me and Ed here so far, so I guess all the good people are at church. I was thinking about going this morning, but then I decided I wouldn't be here, and I don't know, I was a little conflicted, and if you don't go the rest of the year, why go on Easter? That's kind of silly to me. Those people that go once a year or twice a year, Easter and Christmas. So, I'm here instead of at church. But I imagine some of our fine gentlemen will be at church this morning, so that's all good. Like I said, let me show the first Devo that I had in my front pocket last night. Oh yeah, I found my little metal card that I was talking about. And this one has some of those smaller sizes, but not all of them. I have another one of these metal things somewhere, but that one works pretty good. So this is the Devo I got. I was super impressed with the leather bag that came with it. Very nice leather. Very nice gold-plated zipper system. And this is the Devo Buzz. And it looks brand new. Doesn't have any marks anywhere on it. But when I unboxed it, I could not front flip it at all on any of this jimping all the way up to the very, very top. because there was too much lock bar pressure and too much detent. And I checked, and it was locked up at like nearly 70%. I've got a picture, and 70% is a little much. So if that's the case, sometimes that's a sign that the back of the blade is not angled enough if it goes over that far. And if you try to remove some pressure, you will get lock rock. So I took it apart. Good morning, Knives Are Life. Happy Easter. I don't know what a fireball is, unless it's a drink. I don't want one of those right now. But anyway, when it goes over to 70% lockup, a lot of times if you try to relieve it, you'll get some lock rock. So I took it apart, bent the bar a little bit, and I had it at about 20% lockup, and I was getting a little lock rock. Then I adjusted it one more time, and I got it to about 40%, and it's perfect. It closes perfect. The action on it's perfect. The detent's perfect now, and I can front flip it. So the only problem with it now, a Devo fireball. Not sure what they are, Ed. I'm not real familiar with Devo knives. This is my first foray into the land of Devo. I'll look at it in just a second, though. I don't imagine I need to buy any more knives this week, but I will take a look at it in a second. But the action on this thing is butter now that I took some pressure out of the detent bar. And it didn't look like it had ever been opened or gotten into or disassembled, because there was oil still on the liners all down here by the clip. And so I was the first person, and the deal I got on it was an awesome deal for the buzz. So I'm happy that he probably got rid of it for the same reason that I didn't like it when I got it, because the detent was too strong and you couldn't front flip it. The one thing I did notice about it is it's not very sharp. Good morning, Scott. It's not very sharp to have not been used. It doesn't have a mark on it anywhere. And I did really like the leather bag that came with it. And then in my back pocket last night, I had this, which is a rather odd knife. I like it a lot more than I should. For the price, and it's a beautiful knife, as you can see. It was only about 80 bucks. I just wish it had real M390 steel, or that I could count on that M390 was real. But I like everything about this knife. I like the hollow grind. I like the blade shape. I like all the Damascus / zircotite. It's possibly zircotite, and it's been told because you can't get these black colors from Damascus that are in here. So it might even be a zirc knife, or zircotite, for 80 bucks, which is pretty wild. Pretty cool knife though. I don't know if it's a clone, what it's a clone of. Haven't figured that one out yet. I don't think anybody else has either. But I had that in my back pocket last night. Since Ed is going over to the Discord, I was going to hop over there. Yeah, you can get these for like 80, 90 bucks, Ed. Great knife. Super cool hollow grind. I want to try to put some smaller studs on it and see what it looks like. But it's got great action. The front flipper on it's great. I mean, it's kind of erect a little bit, but still cool. I'll show you a link for it here shortly. You're going to get you a waypoint next, Knives Are Life? Yeah, that's a nice knife. I've almost bought one of those a few times. So I guess we'll jump right to the pictures of the fireball. Ooh, I don't want that one. Sorry, Ed. I might like the knife. Let me get back to it. I got to turn on my Discord mirror here. Try to get it to work. But I'm not a fan of that carbon fiber color. I do like the knife though. I like the shape of it. I like the pivot. I don't like the fact, is that back? Is that G10 or is that? So is that G10 in carbon fiber? I mean, it's a pretty knife, especially for people that like that color scheme. But is that G10 in carbon fiber, I'm guessing? Great picks, by the way. Yeah, so it's got a... Huh. So that piece is on the show side and comes over the top of the knife, but doesn't go down the clip side. That's kind of odd. Am I right with assuming that it's on the show side but not the clip side? Oh no, it's on the clip side too. So it's like one of those integral, whatever they call them, little cover things. I couldn't see it on this side in this picture. I guess I can, but I wasn't paying attention. All right, Ed, I appreciate the offer, but no, I think I'll pass on that one. Scott might like it. So I wanted to start by showing Nick T's pocket check. Looks pretty nice. Got him a nice Seiko and a Riot and a chevron and a bolt action pin. That Riot is by Jason Clark, 1 of 15 in the US. It's a TSF. Super cool knife. And of course, the Yan chevron is a beautiful knife. I like the watch too. And I like the pin. So he's 4 for 4 on that one. Then Ed received the Tiger Striped Bravo 1 yesterday. And already got it lanyarded up. Lanyarded up. Yeah, back strap. But yeah, I hope he likes it as much as I like my plain one. And then the next picture is Drummer's new Kaiser that he got. It looks like he's doing some fishing. Or I'm just an idiot. And he actually posted some pictures somewhere. Oh yeah. He is camping and fishing at the moment. So that's where I want to be. I need to go camping sometime soon. And then here is what I received yesterday. 3 more of the classic clones. The other pattern of the Norseman that I didn't have. Another haptic. And a 3-inch chamois that I got for Drummer. He said he's been talking about wanting a 3-inch one for a while. So I picked that up for him. There's the Norseman. There's the haptic. And there's the chamois. Haptic is a beautiful knife. I think I'm going to anodize that one some kind of bright color. And I like that pattern on the Norseman. And I got a stellar deal on all 3 of them. And this is Scott's carry for this morning. I believe that is one of his tack knives, Goliaths maybe? Oh, nice, Ed. Yeah, I think I did that one time when I forgot to put the pin back in. I did that on video, on live one day, actually. So I believe that's a Goliath from Tack Knives. I'm not sure what the bottom one is. Some kind of slip joint. Oh, it's a Benji. Okay. I was totally wrong with that. The bottom one looks like it is a China. Petrified fish of some type. Maybe an older model. Some nice guitar picks. Cool picture. Yes, sir. If you're talking to me, Knives Are Live, yes, sir, I am. I'm excited. What is that Work Pro thing on at the top there, Mr. Scott? It's a Rough Rider. All right. Thought that was a condom. Guess it's a knife too. And this is for after church. So can't beat that. Trying to figure out what this. Huh. All right then. Then we're back to the Fireball. Yeah, me too, Ed. The other day I put one back together and a bearing fell out when I was putting it back together and I didn't notice it and the blade was hitting the other side and I was like, what the heck? What is going on here? Yeah, I knew what the cones were. I was looking at the bottom thing. Is that a vape? The bottom with the extract in it or a cartridge or something? I was trying to figure out what the bottom red thing is. So let me go back to my camera here. This is the second Devo that I got yesterday. So I went from having no Devos to having 2 Devos. And this one is the Growler, which means something different than a glass of beer in some languages. I'll let y'all look it up and see what a growler is. Another term for growler. But I like this one too. Got a really good deal on it, and it doesn't look very used either. Blade doesn't have any kind of marks on it. Yeah, disposable. All right, so it's a disposable vape. Clip does have a few marks on it, so it's probably gone in and out the pocket a few times, but it's got good action. I like the blade shape on it. One thing I like about the Devo so far is, I guess since he's a lefty, he made them all insert or nested liner locks. And I'm getting to where I kind of like nested liner locks. They improve the look on the clip side for sure. And they give it that kind of uniform, and you can't lock yourself out by putting too much pressure. So I'm liking nested liner locks here lately. I used to not like anything but frame locks, but like I said, they're kind of growing on me. So I got this one yesterday too. I should get my Bridgeport tomorrow. I had let's see, I had this sitting out to send to TC, and I had this sitting out to send to William. It's that military. Like I said, I did do a little cleaning this morning. Oh yeah, yard sale finds this morning. I only grabbed 3 things this morning. I found 2 bottles. I got a bottle of McGuire's. He had a whole case of this stuff. Quick Wax and Mother's California Gold all chrome polish. I got these for $1 a piece. He had a case of both of them. I should have grabbed more, but they were just $1. And if you buy McGuire's or Mother's, you know they're $6-7. So $1 was a good price. So I grabbed those two. And then my really good find for today at the yard sale was this super heavy duty gantry for a CNC machine with a stepper motor, with a nice stepper motor, a nice ball screw, like I said, a nice gantry here in the middle to mount your spindle to, and the aluminum extrusion, the T-frame extrusion, which you can get I can get a longer piece of this and longer rails, but all this stuff is super expensive. And I got this for $2 at the yard sale. So this is the beginning of a small CNC machine. I asked him if he knew if it worked, and he said yes, but you had to hook it up to the control board, and I said I was aware of all that because it's got the four wires. But these stepper motors are expensive. All these, this lead screw, this ball screw, super expensive. All this stuff kind of use the same stuff with 3D printers. So yeah, I know how much this stuff costs. And these rails right here themselves are super expensive. So all this for $2 was a good find at the yard sale this morning. Oh, all right. Here are the other 3 knives. This one is in pretty bad shape, and it's going to be a candidate for a refinish, even though I like this side of the texture. The other side is bad, and I got it for cheap, but it needs to be bead blasted or sanded or both. Actually, they're not very deep. They're just kind of scuffs, but they don't like go deep in there. They're just like, I don't know, not taking care of the knife. So I can sand that down really easy. But I want to bead blast this one, and I want to use my polisher to mirror polish the blade on this one. So anyway, there's the Norseman. It has got the gold thumb stud, which is cool, and it's not branded on the blade, which is cool. So there's the Norseman. The Chamois is a Hilberg with the official big pivot. The other ones have the cheaper SMKE versions have the Torx in the middle of that. I've got a 3.3 inch one I could show you in a minute. Good morning, TC Blades. Happy Easter. I'll still be here when you get home, maybe. But this one looks untouched at all, like nothing on the blade. Yeah, I got you, TC. You're talking about the Norseman, right? And I got this one for you too. Yeah, the extra Norseman. Yeah, I got you. But yeah, this one looks like it's in great shape, and it's got just superb action. I mean, just drop shut action. Yeah, so Germer should like that 3-inch version I got for him. And then last but not least, yesterday's acquisitions was the Holt Haptic with the awesome milling. This one is in great shape as well. I don't imagine it's been carried any. Love the blade on it. Love everything about it. Super cool knife. It makes the second one of these I've got. So I'm thinking about doing a cool anna on this one, like a super bright one. I was wanting to try to mirror polish this titanium as bright as I can get it, even with the grooves, and do a bright color like a purple or something, and then resell this one. Kind of got it to resell, and I could resell it just like it is, but kind of want to do a little work to it. I'm in the mood. But we're super slow this morning. We've had 11 views, but only 3 people at the moment. That's all right, though. I do this just to talk about knives with one person. So, doesn't matter to me. I knew Easter Sunday would be kind of slow. The stupid, I don't want to call it stupid, but the buzz bit me this morning on my thumb, and it didn't really start bleeding, but it did get enough that it got the skin, and it's kind of sensitive. So as I keep flicking knives, that's the spot that wants to hit. The stupid buzz bit me. I said it was dull, but it was evidently not dull enough right up here by the edge to get me. I was front flipping it, and I didn't realize I'd actually done it, and I touched the blade just barely, like an idiot. Yeah, the action on this thing I've got just tuned perfect. If you just give it any kind of downward motion, it closes all the way, and if you don't, it almost closes with the blade weight. Yeah, there you go. So, without family today, yeah, that's true. I don't have any young kids to do Easter egg hunts anymore. They were talking about on the news how with the price of eggs, that like it was, to not use eggs today, which is pretty wild to think about. Society's pretty bad when you can't make eggs for your kids for Easter. I'm sure more people will hop in shortly as they start getting out of church or getting awake. I thought maybe we could go look at maybe a couple of YouTube videos in the meantime. Let's see what we can bring up. I did make Pete's dog the thumbnail for yesterday's live, because everybody showed their dog pictures, and don't be offended that it wasn't your dog. It's just his was the first one that came up. So that's a cool little thumbnail for yesterday's video. Exactly, Ed. We do have family, a family of knives. And you do have friends. You're talking to a couple of them. And more people have already hopped in. See, Ed, start talking about your friends and they start showing up. So let's see what's going on in the knife world today. If I got any kind of knife videos popping up here. Looks like Crazy Sharp is live. That's always nice to know. So 56 of the people that could be here are over there. He's got a lot bigger channel than I do, so that doesn't surprise me. 8 extremely colorful pocket knives from MC. Dragon Knight. Yep, the Ritter Hogue. I love my Ritter Hogue. That's weird. Kodiak. That's not extremely colorful. That's just gold. Yeah, the Necronaut. Cool knife. That's what it should be showing. Riot, huh? Yep, TX228. That's probably my favorite that he just showed there. You got a friend in me. Yes, sir, Ed. You do. Let's see. What else do we got? UFO videos and cop videos. And motorcycle videos and world traveler videos. Flying motorcycle. Let's see the end of this video. We're not going to watch the whole thing, of course, but let's see what he does here at the end. Okay, that's just silly. Probably is a little safer than what I was imagining with the propellers below you. Although I've seen some really cool ones. Okay. Jump and you might get off the ground, buddy. Nope. It failed. Well, good. I'm glad he failed. I didn't want to see him succeed, actually. Casting. What did I just see about casting? Confiscated knives. Wow, there's some weird videos popping up on my algorithm. I watch a lot of the traveler guys. These rug cleaning guys are pretty wild too. I watch those restoration videos. Bam. I like watching these guys build houses in the woods too. But I'm not seeing many knives popping up, which is, I don't know, I do a lot with knives, so it's probably pretty good, because if I sat around and watched, here's Tri-State's video about the Ray. The Ray is one of the integrals I want to get. Cool knife, $300. It already bit him. Yeah, I like the little window frame deal around it too. Yep. I like that knife. What yeah, let's see what else we got here as far as knives go. What is that? What is the name of that personal one-man flying drone thing that company makes? Yeah, right here. The Jetson 1. Have y'all seen the Jetson 1? So this one actually works and is actually cool. So this one is real and actually works. Let's watch a promo video of it, since if y'all haven't seen it. It's called the Jetson 1. There's a 27-second video. 3 weeks ago. Alright, here's a demo. Let me turn some sound on so y'all can hear it. If y'all haven't seen the Jetson 1 yet. Coming soon to a park near you. I'm sure they already have them in Dubai. It's got a pretty good range too. Compare, considering everything. It does have 8 propellers. Let's see if he does some actual flying here. The right-hand view looks a lot better than the left one. I mean, than the big screen. Looks a lot cooler, him flying out through there, than it looks from behind. And when he turns, it looks like it turns pretty good. Look at him coming back. It's a pretty cool. And I guess you could call it knife related. It's got blades on it. Granted, they're propeller blades, but they're still blades. So yeah, if y'all hadn't seen that, check out the Jetson 1. It's been under development for 3 or 4 years, and they're getting it to where it's pretty close to being done. Rex 76 can cut glass, just like the Rex 121. Let's see. I'll just type in knives. What else y'all want to talk about today? There's that. Projectile tactical knife. Those are illegal. Why is she popping up in all the videos? Kind of weird. Art knives. Oh, that's a knife that I went down, took me down a rabbit hole from this Fargo guy. He's a seller that sells knives that I haven't seen on AliExpress, but they come out of China. And he has a whole Telegram devoted to selling these knives. And this is a Snex that you can't find anywhere else. He's got there's his Telegram channel. Yeah, he's got a bunch of, and I don't know, I want to try getting a knife from him to see how it goes. Herman, oh, we're seeing a bunch of videos I've already looked at. If y'all haven't checked out Project Farm, he's pretty good on stuff too. He did a knife. Best budget. He does really good tests on stuff. Top sellers. Old knives you can still buy. Oh yeah, have any of y'all bought the TSA knife boxes of confiscated knives from the airport? Thought that would be something I might do at some point, just to have a video. I mean, you're going to get mostly garbage because people that forget they have their knife on them at the airport probably don't have a good knife on them. But I believe Metal Complex just did a video the other day about that same kind of thing. But these guys...
regular speed. As I opened the box, I found a purple container, which I assume is the special gift listed in the auction description.
Pretty wild boxes of knives, though. I can imagine you get a bunch of trash.
As you will see, many of these knives are low-end and low-quality knives. There's many Swiss Army knockoffs, which in my opinion are just scary as hell to use. This cleaver is cool, though. I'll see if I can get it fixed up and sharpened. It'll be fun to play with. I expect many of these knives won't open well and will need the pivots oiled. This one is crazy. Skull in the front with a wild blade profile.
Yeah, it would be fun to buy a box of those sometime, just to do a video on.
Also had a few duplicates in this box.
You get heck of deals on stuff, though. And I imagine you do get some real knives.
If you
buy enough of these, I mean, I just don't know what I would do with them afterwards. Like, I need another 300 knives. I'm sure that's how Ed feels, too. And
see something you
the amount of decent knives to garbage knives you get is just incredible. You get one maybe good one out of that whole box.
How
so, yeah, I don't think I can do that. I think I've rethought that. World's sharpest knife.
This man can sharpen any knife in the world. At first he couldn't even cut a cucumber with it, but at the end it's going to be the sharpest knife you've ever seen. He starts by sharpening this knife on this stone called whetstone, and now you can see that he pours a strange liquid on it. But this liquid is necessary because without it you would completely destroy the stone and the blade. Then the last thing left to do is to polish this knife to give it a final look. And now it is ready for any test. He started by trying to cut the paper again, and the difference is huge. This knife is also able to smoothly cut cucumber or tomato without even holding them. Would you use this knife?
No, I wouldn't. Oh no! Wow. Oh, there's how to make a little forge.
A torch and a C-clamp.
With a piece of 1095 that I purchased off of Amazon that's only 1/8 of an inch thick, I started
fire bricks and a torch.
on the steam motion to cool the blade down.
I think that's the only thing I don't have is a
razor edge.
Way to heat temper the knife. I've got everything else I need.
How to make a knife with an angle?
And I guess if I got a torch, I got that too. Oh yeah, I want to go back to this guy's channel and show you real quick. We watched the other day him showing those little polishing how to get scratches out of a knife. But I wanted to show you his laser because hold on. That's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go to his videos. I wanted to go to the latest. And then back here a few, let's see, it would have been a month or so ago. He did one. No, that's not the right laser. He has two lasers now, I guess.
11. It now
yeah, this is the laser cutter.
So
Alright, let me find the one I'm looking for here. Thermal printer, serrations. Aha! How defocusing your laser gives stunning burr-free results.
Hey everyone, it's Paul from perfectly on something and engrave it. You will feel it, you know, where it has literally vaporized and cut away the metal, and a lot of times what you'll feel is very rough, so you'll feel that. But you can get a beautiful dark black engraving as well that doesn't cut into the metal. And sometimes
Scott,
really
I don't know about the TSA knives. I know you can get them on, if you search Google, you'll find auction sites that sell them, and I believe eBay.
A kitchen service that wanted things engraved, and they didn't want any.
Let me see.
Of the no or like times.
I want you to see the laser.
What
Come on. Just talking.
What's on here?
Let's see some laser.
I went. I'm gonna be. But the difference that had.
It shows the preview though. It's pretty cool.
And I'm making sure it's not out of any area that I don't want it. You can see we have a little swell back here that I don't want my engraving going up on that part. I wanted to make sure it was down options. But it shows that I'm off.
He can draw the box, the framing.
When I check my lettering by changing the framing option to outline, which actually shows me the actual letters, and then again, I can see there that none of them are off or in any area that I don't want it to be. Now I'm grabbing this little bit of extra video to show you what I'm talking about the sound. You notice we're not hearing any screaming, any sparks. It's very, very quiet. We're not hearing any of that. Sometimes.
But that has to do with him defocusing the laser.
So that enclosure all the way up, and I'm just wearing safety glasses so that you guys can see this. But I also have it up so that you can hear it. I wanted you to part it.
But he does a lot of cool stuff. He does like military knives for guys. This is the other laser right here that he's got.
Piece of stainless steel here.
And this is the one I showed y'all that I wanted to get maybe to start out with.
This is my auto.
This is the same model.
The best is a little simply point. Raise it part here.
The focal length is what he's adjusting though. Let's see.
Is simpler.
That's that comm maker. We looked at that one.
40s or 5.
Come on.
But you'll see that. So I think you can pretty clearly see the sparks going on there, and hopefully you can hear the.
But it does it so fast, that's how it keeps it from warping stuff too. And that's the problem I was having with that other laser.
So we don't have the.
Super fast though.
Black. And the one next to it. That is in perfect focus.
Anyway, that guy's channel is very informative. Alexandria Knife Sharpening and Laser Engraving. TSA Knife Auction. Gov Deals. 8 pounds of assorted nail clippers. Flashlights. There's a lot of these auction sites though. Assorted sunglasses. So imagine you could go up here and go knives, and they will have, yes, key bullet knives. And I'm sure these sites have picked through everything, so I would want to go how to buy confiscated items. Yeah, straight from the TSA. Gov Deals is the one they point you to, though. Wallet Knives, 36-pound box of box knives, 12 pounds of assorted black knives, Milwaukee knives, Swiss Army knives. I don't know, that Gov Deals site might be. And then eBay has lots of them too. So you can get them there as well. But like I said, anybody that does this and resells them probably pulls out all the good knives. So I would want to go to like an actual, find the actual TSA where you can buy them straight from TSA, or a state auction, or some kind of federal. Because then they wouldn't be picked through. You know, I don't know. Anything going on in the Instagram knife world today? I know B Shady posted some cool knives he was carrying today. There was his Pete's carry from yesterday. There's my buddy's carry. There's Knives Are Life yesterday. He's definitely on the quiet carry tip. Now I see why you said you wanted a waypoint. Because you're addicted to quiet carry knives at the moment. It's totally fine. There's B Shady with his Mac. There's Fuchs. Not sure what that is. Oh, he's got his own personal Kubi. Fuchs Kubi. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Cake or steak? There's Knives Are Life again. Showing his nice quiet carry knives. Yeah, there's part of B Shady's carry yesterday. It's a cool little Craftsman. Alright. Well, we got NCC knives. I don't know what's going on in that picture. Oh, there's GTC again. We just watched that one. Tuya knives. Let's go look at the waypoint since Knives Are Life mentioned it earlier and y'all haven't mentioned anything else since then. Yeah, the waypoint is a cool knife. Go back. Where am I going back to, Scott? Too many pages ahead by the time I read this to know where I'm going back to. I think the knife that I want from them next is either a Rincon or I like, is it the Chase? I think I like the Chase too. No, it's not the Chase. The Current? What is that one? No, that's not it either. I think it's one they don't have listed on their page. Oh wait, yeah it is. It's called the Catch. I like the Catch too. I like the Catch and the Rincon and the 9. I like the 9. I wish they would make a plain version of the 9. They only make it with the half and half. The closest you can get to a plain one, I believe, it's kind of that one. I guess that's just part of it though, the half and half deal. Yeah, you like the Rincon too? What do you think of the what do you think of the 9 and the Catch? Do you like the shape of the Catch? It's a little weird looking. But at least they make a plain version of it. Nick just popped up his Easter carry. Yeah, I wish they made the 9. I mean, yeah, I get carbon fiber is cool for some people, but I wish they made just a plain version of the 9. What is, yeah, all of them are the half and half thing. I mean, the blue one, if I had to get one, I'd probably get that blue one if somebody just forced me at gunpoint. Here's Nick T's Easter carry. Looking good, looking good. I don't know what the bottom knife is though. What is that logo back there? Does anyone know what knife that is? Besides Nick? What, let's see, Nick. What's the bottom knife? Large IQ. I didn't know they made a large IQ. I guess they don't anymore. And I hate how they show the picture of the plain one at the top, but all they have down here archived is the black one. Smooth backs, textured front. That's how I like my women. The West, is it still on sale for 99 bucks? Yep. 96 bucks. Crazy how Nick is possibly in the Discord but not in the YouTube channel. Weird. Let's see. Wish this knife would hurry up and come out. I want one of these badly. I'm going to keep showing y'all that until it comes out. The Karis. Oh yeah, I told Ed I would show him the link to this knife. Super cool knife, man. I love that knife. It's got great action too. Let me see if I can find that knife. I had a link. I wanted to test video from somebody also, but I don't know. We can do that whenever, I guess. Let me look at my orders here and see if I can find that knife. I bet. Let's see, my orders. M390. Yep, here it is. Wow. Popped right up. It's only 70 bucks. It's pretty wild. But you can get this nice of a knife for 70 bucks. That's why I've said that a bunch about this knife. Like, it's one of the best values in knives ever. But, oh, it's not 70 bucks. That's the inset one. The one like mine is 143. But wait a minute. What did I pay? I couldn't have paid that. No way. Oh. Sellers that sell it also. Yeah, here's another one. Looks like everybody is out of the cheap version. Thought a few sellers had this knife. See, here's another one that's kind of like it in VG10. Made by the same company. Got a little bit different blade grind. Limited version T-Rex. Alright, yeah, that's a Miller Brothers. This week, that beautiful knife is supposed to come out. I said that beautiful knife, like y'all know what I'm talking about. People are really bummed out about the tariffs too. But let's see. Why sorting by best does my post pop up? This is not one of the best. Man, those Riots and District 9s of that style look really good. There's a DLC stitch that he bought. It looks pretty nice. The DLC looks pretty good on it. I'm wondering if Kunwu is doing some versions of that. And I don't know why. I was trying to find that video again of the one he posted not long ago. Well, I don't see it. There's those little crazy knives I showed last week. There's the Reich Annex versus the clone. See, the Reich has an overstock travel and is all one piece. See, that's what I was talking about. The Reich is one piece and doesn't have the lock bar as a second piece, so it's a true integral. Whereas the GT one does. More of my posts. I've got one of these on the way. The integral Anthems. He mirror polished the blade on this. We saw this, and I don't like looking at his feet. That I'm looking for. But that Fat Dragon is a beautiful knife. And there's that fidgety knife again. Why am I not seeing the post I've been looking for this whole time? It should be one of the highest rated posts. Wonder how many companies are going to stop shipping to the U.S. because of this tariff stuff. Like yesterday, that B Shady mentioned the fact, or a couple of days ago, that Raylight is going to stop shipping to the U.S. I just figured they would they'd find a proxy, you know, to ship through. I love that. That's the ARC MP1 that I got. I love that multi-tool though. I don't know. I'm not seeing I'm not even seeing the guy's name so I can click on it. This is the Reddit forum that I hang out in the most. Chinese Knives. Pretty cool Reddit. Yeah, and I don't know. Why I'm not finding the post I was looking for. The skeletonized rosy prototype. I think this is at least the guy I'm looking for. But yeah, this knife is supposed to come out this week. What's he showing the... Why are these posts... Why did he delete a bunch of his posts? That's not a good sign. This is 4 months ago. Wow. Yeah, that might be a sign that they're gonna stop selling stuff over here. There's VG10 test on the elemental test. Yeah, it's pretty wild. I guess the tariffs are going into effect and affecting everything. Oh my God. Really? Dang. I've been going a while without y'all seeing anything, huh? That's pretty cool. Great video this morning, Chip. Here's that knife, though, that I started talking about. It's 143 bucks. I'll post a link in the chat. I don't know why I didn't go back and look at the chat to make sure I was on the right source. But anyway, there's the link to that knife. It's 143 bucks. And I wasn't really showing anything anyway, except just scrolling through a bunch of crazy knife posts. But I was trying to find... Yeah, so when I was talking about the Reich and all that, y'all didn't see any of that. That's great. You didn't see the DLC on the Stitch. You didn't see the Edgerati I was showing. Didn't see nothing. That's just wonderful. I love that. That's my favorite. There's the DLC when I said I was wondering if Kunwu was doing DLC for a few people. Because that Stitch looks like it's got really good DLC. Yeah, I was just scrolling forever down through here and y'all didn't see any of it. That's wonderful. A whole 5-6 minutes of nothing. That's the one I said I wanted to try out. Because it still looks pretty good. Action on it looks pretty good too. And the detent looked pretty good on it. That's the District 9 that I was saying. Riot and the District 9 looks kind of wild. Those look wild. A lot of mod stuff in here too, which is cool. It's my favorite Reddit forum. But here's the picture I was showing of the Reich versus the GT and how the Reich doesn't have the second piece lock bar where the Annex does. I mean the GT does. Yeah, I was showing a bunch of stuff and then I noticed that some of the posts were missing. There's one of my posts. What's your favorite integral? People got some pretty cool collections. There's people on Knives and Knife Club that got some crazy collections. Some nice purple. Happy Chicken Egg Day. That guy took those magnetic strips to the Supreme, huh? A lot of people go bigger or go home. A lot of cool pictures in here though. And then knife making is a really good subreddit too that teaches you all about all these new makers and stuff, and pretty much any question you could ever have, these guys can answer for you. Show some cool engraving. And Knife Club is another one that shows you great all the sales that are going on right now. And where to find, like, I don't know if this is sorted by best or new. Yeah, by new. And then there's one called Knife Deals. Yeah, Knife Deals is where a lot of people post, like, here's a titanium cubist invert for $38 today. ZT's on sale. Victor Knox. Nice Guy for $33. That's a little Kaiser I don't have. It looks like the Escort, but liner lock instead of a button lock. So the red one is the only one on sale. No, there's $29 ones. $59 to $29. Huh. Nitro V? Is that Nitro V? Okay, that's D2. But this is Nitro V for $33. It's a pretty good deal. That knife in the bottom picture on the Discord that Nick posted is a, good morning Ron, is a CKF. Here, I'll show you what he said. I'll make sure to switch the source back, I promise. I won't make that mistake too many more times. It's a CKS Davlis. So Custom Knife Factory Davlis on the bottom there. Beautiful knife. I'm sure y'all can hear when I have the desktop audio on whenever I get a Discord message of some type that pops up. I get a little tone. That's a great deal on that Kaiser, $33. Let's see what else they have in knife deals today. Yeah, I've had problems with Chicago Knife Works too. They oversell their knives and then act like they ship it and don't really ship it and make you have to contact them to get a refund. Here's where I got that link for the Sabertooth. And they're sold out again. I knew they would be for $140. Can't beat that. Oh yeah, this was a cool one I saw. It was on sale for $10.99. Little Victor Knox Sapphire Classic. If you need a little $11 Victor Knox. Finch sale. These are 6 days ago, but they usually keep up every day with the newest little ones. This looks like a cool deal though, $38. Normally $99. Knife Joy has sales like that from time to time. Like they do really good. Yeah, I hope you're having a great day today too, Ron. Man, I think I almost want to buy one of these 14C 28N. Great deal. Forgot what the shipping is. Let me see. Let me turn off. And I will go right back to it, but let me just make sure all my info doesn't pop up again. See what the shipping cost is. Calculated at next step. Hold on. So the shipping is only $4. $3.95 for economy shipping. So that's cool. I can show y'all the info. So tax here is like nearly 10%. So it would cost me $48 for tax and $4 shipping for that knife. Ron, yeah, there's not too many people here to hit the thumbs up today. Everybody's at church today. They don't go the other 363 days a year. Christmas and Easter, though. Gotta go. Here's 3 knives that I sent out for somebody to handle that wanted to check them out. My McNeese 3.5 inch drop point. I wanted them to check that out. They didn't ask about that one, but I sent it to them anyway because of how nice it is. So I sent the Mac. I sent 3 knives for somebody that had never held clones to feel what they felt like. I sent that. Then I sent the Rosie XL. Good morning, Pete. Rosie XL is too big for most people, but it's great for me. Yeah, Pete, you slept in this morning. Yeah, it's a good size for me, but too big for most people. That's what she said. And then last but not least, I got back my skeleton Rosie. And there's just something about these knife shapes that are just so comfortable. You can't beat the comfort on these. And the action on this thing is great too. Oh, don't be sorry, Pete. Rest is good. So the comparison between the Lemifshi and Jufull versions of those two knives. Hold on, I'm getting my case over here. Gotta close up a case on top. Ugh! And these cases are getting heavy. Let's see. That's the wrong case. Yeah, I can't believe I spilled coffee all over me and the couch 5 minutes before I was supposed to start streaming this morning. That was not cool. I had to change clothes and put back on clothes so I wouldn't be naked streaming. Y'all don't want me naked streaming, I'm sure. So the here's the Jufull version of the Skelly. And they both have the exact same blade steel. And I think they're pretty much exactly the same. I'm not sure the blade grinds are exactly the same, but looks like the Jufull one curves up a little more, maybe up here. And is it me, or does the blade hole look bigger on the Jufull? Or the blades? I think the blade hole is bigger on the Jufull, maybe. They both have that swedge, but I think maybe, but the biggest difference is the thickness of them. The Jufull one is thinner and lighter, but as far as ergos, it feels, I mean, my hand closes, I don't know, I like the thicker scales, but I don't know if y'all can tell the difference. I mean, I guess you can. Good morning, Be Shady. There's quite a bit difference in the thickness. But as far as the shape and the handle and the feel, I mean, it feels a lot lighter. But they're both really similar. I don't know. Belly to belly. Like this. Belly to belly. Talking about blade belly. Of course, you see different sides of the knives too. I can which one's thicker. Just, I mean, you can tell this right one is now a lot thicker than this one. You can definitely tell the thickness. The gap in the middle is where you see the... I don't know how it's easier to see differences because you're seeing different sides of the scales. I mean, yeah, as far as blades go, in the blade grind, I guess you can see difference. But as far as the scales go, looks like the lock bar relief cut is bigger on the Jufull, and the blade window looks bigger. Blade window definitely looks bigger, but it's thinner. Well, that's weird. The lock bar relief is bigger on the Jufull, and the blade hole is bigger. They're pretty much the same cost, Ron Dobbins. They both have 154 cm blade steel. And they both, I don't know, so Lemifshi, they made different versions of the radials, and Jufull made a plain Jane version where Lemifshi didn't. Lemifshi made 3 different milled patterns. So he's got the golf putter and 2 radials, and then this one is milled, the golf putter. So these 2 are the same. Oh wait, these are the same. Sorry. These go, yeah, these go together. This one goes with these. So here's the 3. All right. I had them mixed up, I guess. And then Jufull has this version milled. So these 3 are the 3 Jufull, and these 3 are the 3 Lemifshis. And then Jufull makes made, this is his first batch. This is second batch. The plain Jane. And then they both make a skelly version. So this is these are the full ones, and these are the Lemifshi ones. But the blade grind is way different, I think, on this first batch than on the second batch. Actually, no, they're not. Maybe that's just on his lamias. These look really close to the same. Oh wow, this one's missing a screw. Screw is falling out of this one because I didn't tighten it up. That's great. Love that. It's my favorite. I can tell which batch they're from the numbers. So you can see the number on that one. 660. And the number on this one is 116. So this is the first batch. So the first batch is the one missing the screw. I should go through. I mean, I usually do go through and tighten up all the screws, and I don't know why this one's missing a screw, actually. I've got screws, so more than likely I can find one that'll match. But it still pisses me off. Which it should. All these feel tight. Some of the some of them need to have straight up. Oh, that one's about to fall out. Wow, I barely caught that one. That one on that one's about to fall out. See if I'm missing any more. Knife maintenance. You should do this. I don't know. I don't guess it's just Chinese manufacturers that you should do this with. You should probably do this with every knife you get. And that's a tip that I should be giving myself more. I just assume that they're going to tighten them all up. But that's not necessarily true. I need to sweep this floor out here and see if I can find some screws. I've actually found a few that I didn't know where they went, so I should start keeping those all in the same place for when something like this happens. And it could be in the case. Alright, all those are tightened up at least now. Pretty wild. Kind of sucks. I didn't do the skellies. Most all of them, but one screw was the only one I really had to tighten on that blue one. That one was a little looser than I would like, but wasn't about to fall out like that blue one was. That screw was all sticking way up. So, yeah. Cool knives. They're selling like crazy on Knife Swap. Everybody's, I don't know, everybody that wants to buy a real Rosie is buying one of these and checking them out, I guess, and then either buying a real Rosie or selling these, or I don't know what they're doing, but they're popping up constantly on Knife Swap. I need to put this back in the case next to its XL brother. So I got both the versions of the XL. I didn't get the dark one. They're both cool milling jobs, though. The zigzag. Morning, Dane. These are big knives, though. Need to check the screws on them, too. Just to make sure. I like that they're going to T8s on everything, even in the China copies. I would prefer my knives have T8s everywhere, including the clip, but like I was mentioning last night that I like the Devo came with T8s everywhere, but it has T6 on the clip, which I don't know why. Just the manufacturing costs, they want to add like too much to make it worth it for the designer. Yeah, these both have great action. Gotta find a new slot for that one. I don't know why more people don't like the sigil. There's the camera. And the ceiling fan. And the TV. And the OBS. Crazy mirror polish on this thing. This clip is weird. It's at an angle, so it automatically wants to like push its way out of your pocket. Wish they figure out how to make these to where it rose up when you pushed it too, so it was stayed parallel to the scales instead of making a V. Yeah, they might look large in my hands because they are large. They're huge knives, but I still feel like the thing is I can barely get 4 fingers behind the main choil. So if I wasn't using this forward choil, and even then, if I spread out good, I'm getting closer to the end down there. Yeah, they're giant knives. But they're not too big for me. They feel comfortable to me. Especially, like I said, I don't guess I would ever carry it much like that, but the way they're made to use that front choil. But there's not too much sticking out the back here. I'm curious, like what else I got in here, but like here's my Rad Knife Shepherd. So it's not a... And here's my Diamondback. And here's a Marauder H. And here's another one that's big. So they're not like giant knives. They are big though. But see, these knives, when I hold it, I have less. Even though this knife's bigger, I have less sticking out the back because there's no that forward finger choil. So the ergos are what makes these knives. This Marauder too, like if I get comfortable on it, I don't have as much sticking out the back, even though it's a bigger knife. Pretty wild. It's the ergos on these things that do it. Something like even the Chavez 228 is a bigger knife overall. And the Microtech Marfione, bigger overall. And that's about the same size. Yeah, these are cool knives, both of these. The Doc and the SOCOM or Delta or whatever it's called. They're both cool knives. They don't get enough pocket time. Oh, here's that, I thought it was. Where did it go? I had another. Oh, that's the, yeah, here's the other. Here's the SMKE version with the, I was talking about with the pivot, with the Torx in the middle. And this is the 3.3 inch version. So the, what did I do with those? Oh, they're right here. So this sham that I got for drummer, you can see the difference in the two. So that's the 3-inch version on the right and the 3.3 on the left. And the pivots is the main. So the SMKE has that ugly Torx in the middle, where the Hilberg has like the original solid solid pivot. I like how I can use my camera software to like zoom in now, and I didn't really realize that until recently. I don't have to move my camera anymore. I mean, move my... Yeah, drummer was wanting one of these 3-inch ones. So I found him one. He's been asking if I had a 3-inch one. The only one extra, and I've got my real 3.3 inch. I've got my Hilberg 3.3 inch too. But that's the difference between cheap clones and good clones. The top one is the cheap version. And I can show you another example of that. With this one right here. Let me slide these out of the way. So this is the cheap version of the Spectre. And this is the expensive version of the Spectre. And it's there's a lot of differences in them. I mean, you can start with the blade grind. The blade grind is way different. They put jimping on the back of that one. The logos are way different. The lines on it, and the milling is way different. And the most noticeable is the clip side. So look at the difference between the clip sides. So look at the clip shape. I mean, the lock bar shape. It's way different. This one curves down. The clips are way different shape. The size of the screws, the pivots, the fact this one has an external screw, this one doesn't. The nicer one has an external screw, but it's recessed, so it doesn't catch. It doesn't sit proud. There's a little pocket it's recessed in. But no, these aren't anywhere close to that price, Scott. These go for these can go up to like 200 if you get the nice milled ones. But these are like 100, 110 for this Spectre. And then I haven't checked out, but these are my two haptics. So this is the one I had. And this is the one I got in yesterday. Oh, it's 420. Yeah, they're 420. I'm sorry. And the color is a little darker on the top one, but they're pretty much the same, except for the colors. They're both Hillbergs. But these are like best of the best clones. And then here's my Norseman. It's milled Hillberg Norseman. No, Scott, you're not the only stoner today. I just wasn't paying attention. I wasn't thinking about it. So that's my Norseman. And then here's the one I got yesterday. They're really close. But this side is not milled, it's flat, so that's weird. It should be milled on both sides like this one is, in my opinion. And mine has the... Oh, mine doesn't have... Okay. I thought mine had the logo on it. I'm saying mine like the other one's not mine. They're all mine. And then last but not least, I need to get a second one of these because it looks like I've got multiples of everything but this one. Is my Rask. Rask number 25. What a beautiful knife. But these are like the Grail clones. Add in that one. And that one. You got some nice clones. And that one. And that one. And even that one. You can't forget about that one. And I can't forget about this one, because I love it. Clones are life. Throw one Shiro in there, just for the heck of it. Oh. You can't forget these little boys. The Squirrel Masters. I even have a third one of those, the mini. Yeah, those factor clones are pretty nice, huh? Pretty cool to play with. Like, they're definitely fidget knives. What about that one? This one. This is the titanium and M390 one. Next, you need to try one of these. The Severn and the 8. It's got the little shark lock up here. Yeah, the Severn and the milled. This milled 8 is nice. I love this knife. Weird. Oh, look. Prime example. Look at that. I just felt that one. And that pisses me off. I'm going to have to go through this whole case now. Check out that. How far out that screw is and how it's about to fall out. Yeah, this one's not on the OK site. And it's hard to tighten these screws because these magnets. The magnets grab the driver like, man, I almost lost that screw. Wow, there was another one loose on it too. The I like this one. I like the fact it's only got a release on one side. Dang it. Scary. Check them on the severing here. Well, guys, today's number 94. 5 days left till the drawing. I don't think this one's missing a screw. I think it came like that, but because I think the clip is supposed to be reversible, but it might be missing a screw. No, it's got a hole all the way through. Wait, no, I'm seeing silver. I don't know. I'll have to look at the pictures on the original, but I think that's where you flip the clip, but maybe not. Could be missing a screw on that one too. No, they're all like that. Even the regular factors are like that. So, yeah, they're all like that. So that's supposed to be like that. Thank God. Thought I was going to get really upset. Well, anyway, guys, I think we're going to get off here. Hope everybody has a good Easter. We'll have more people back tomorrow, of course. Everybody's out today because of the holiday, which I totally get. Excited about getting my new Bridgeport in tomorrow, and my Wii Solid should be coming in sometime this week. So that'll be super cool. I don't know where some of these knives go. I don't remember. The Rask, I know where it goes. I know where all these go. These are all in a line, my best ones. I'm missing something. What did I just put up? Did I put my real Shamwari back there? No. Oh, it's my sham. Tri-States Live 2. Yeah, that's cool. Hell, I don't care. I'm going to continue to do my videos regardless of what everybody else is doing, so. So was Sharp, whatever the dude's name is. Ever Sharp, Sharp World, Sharp something. Sharp Edge, Sharp Dad, Sharp something. Sharp Daddy. Hey, consistency is key. That's all I know. I've been pretty consistent so far, so I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. I don't know anybody else that's gone 94 days in a row, same time. No, not Wayne Sharp World. The one, The one I showed earlier, that was live this morning. I don't think he's still on. Yeah, I don't see him. He's off now, but he was on earlier. Crazy Sharp or something. Yeah, Crazy Sharp, I think is his name. He was live this morning too. Good morning, Keep It Scale, stupid. How are you this morning? Make sure to send me your address so I can send you that knife on Monday. What did I do with the Devo? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I like the Devo buzz now that I got it tuned. Action on it's perfect now. So easy to flick, but the D10 is still perfect. The blade is hydraulic, like perfect drop. Front flipper works good now. I hurt my thumb this morning, so kind of hurts me to do it, but cut my thumb right on the place where you activate everything. Sucks. Anyway, guys, happy 420. Have a great one. If you need me, you know where I'm at. Still love this thing. You know, she hasn't even asked me to send those other scales back, so I don't know what to do about that. I don't even know where to send them to. So I've still got that other set. I love this knife. I don't know why I like it so much. I mean, it's a cool knife. It's a workhorse. Oh yeah, if y'all didn't see, here's one of those little metal things I was talking about. Made out of metal that you can check screw sizes with. Ow, my finger hurts. I have to wear a band-aid today or something just so I can open knives on video. Oh. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end this one here. Maybe people will go watch it later when I get in from church. They'll see me mess up for 5 or 6 minutes again, or I wasn't showing the right screen, which happens occasionally. I guess today with I should change it to this since I had so many clones are out there. I don't know where it's at right now. Keep it scale, stupid. But for those of you who didn't see, I got this at the yard sale this morning. It's a gantry for a CNC with the stepper motor and the lead screw and all the bearings and tracks and the mount. And I've been going for 2 hours, man. What do you mean? Yeah. I got this for $2 this morning though. So it's the beginnings of a CNC machine. I can buy longer rails and make it as big as I want, but right now I could CNC quite a bit of stuff just in this width. So yeah, $2 was a great deal on this morning. And there's no yaw to it. It's just me. And then I got these for $1 a piece. A bottle of McGuire's and Mother's. That was my yard sale finds this morning. Anyway, y'all guys have a great day.